Fight featuring Trevor Berbick with a record of 22-1 against unbeaten Greg Page, 19-0. Berbick, strongly built young man, lives in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Came into fistic prominence by knocking out the hugely hyped Big John Tate. From Louisville, Kentucky, there's Greg Page. As a young amateur, had the look of another Muhammad Ali, hasn't stood up to that early look as a pro. In his dressing room now, Jerry Cooney, showing the same easygoing composure that he has shown ever since he got here to Las Vegas, Nevada. Looking forward to facing this man, a solid heavyweight champion of the world, 39-0. Larry Holmes getting ready. This fight begins. Note the quickness of Page's left, even though Berbick, keeping his distance well, caused the miss of both. Berbick getting his jab in, but lightly. Page, the red trunks, Berbick, the white. Things just underway, 40 seconds, first round. Good left and right combination by Page. Page knows how to use the head to slip punches, not with the skills of a Wilfred Benitez or a Muhammad Ali. Good left, short, snapping left by Berbick to that Page head. Not an easy fighter to hit defensively, Berbick. Peculiar stance, angles the body, diminishes the amount of body target for the opponent to get to. Referee is Carlos Padilla, man who refereed the Thriller in Manila, and then the first Leonard Duran bout, where Padilla became a figure of controversy. Three judges will be scoring the fight, and Berbick caught Page, and he shakes his head with a good right. We have 50 seconds left in round one. And Berbick has the look of an interesting fighter at this point in time, and it's early. A good left by Berbick. He's catching Page frequently.
No rest. Don't give him no rest, Trevor.
Berbick outboxing Page in this first round, in my view. Good left there by Page. Good right by Page to the face, and then a good left to the body. This may be an interesting fight. The bell for round two. Interesting first round. Page rallied in the late seconds, but Berbick was ahead of him during much of the first round, scoring well on at least 3 occasions. Good quick left by Page, followed by a good quick right. Look at Berbick. Counter punch to the Page midsection, and Page felt it. Page with a right lead. Berbick fights right back. This kid Berbick's got some stuff. He is hurting Page. Out comes Page's mouthpiece. Carlos Padilla made no attempt to move in when Page was halfway to the floor on the ropes. And Trevor Berbick is putting on some display.
Wow.
Now Page is out of there, shaking his head. His eyes a little glassy, glazed. Trevor Berbick surprising everybody here. Beautifully built guy, too. It started with a superb counter-punching barrage to the belly. And he whipped Page across the ring to the corner. Page's corner, as a matter of fact. Page appeared to have gone down. But he never reached the floor, and Padilla never interceded. We have a minute to go in round 2. A caution from Padilla to Berbick. Berbick is talking to Page, complaining about thumbing in the eye. Berbick clearly dominating in the second round. Scoring will be under WBC rules, 10-point must system by the 3 judges. Padilla to have no voice in the scoring. Page, spotty as a pro. Lackluster against Jimmy Young, you'll remember, and for that matter, too, against the journeyman George Chapman. Looked very good against Alfredo Evangelista, but Evangelista not an opponent to be reckoned with. Berbick-Page fight, Greg Page said that he had fractured his right thumb, that it had happened in the second round, the round you have just seen. Be that as it may, rounds 3 through 7 were of a pattern. According to the judges, Berbick enjoying a slight edge and Berbick establishing a stiff counter-punching ability to the stomach, and that gradually sapped Greg's strength. But the key rounds were the 8th and the 10th rounds, and you'll be seeing action in those rounds when we return in just one moment. In his dressing room, intent, purposeful, serious, determined to beat Jerry Cooney, believing that if he does, he will finally get the recognition that has so far eluded him. An absence of recognition that haunts him. Cooney, on the other hand, that same clowning, easygoing manner that has manifested his behavior ever since he got here to Las Vegas, Nevada. The fight, start of round 8. Page, red trunks, Berbick, white. Page did better the last 2 rounds. This can be a close fight in the scoring. When it's all over, if Page can have continued success with his boxing. The physical damage has been done by Berbick. 2nd round, 3rd round, 5th round. But no knockdowns, 1 near one in the 2nd round. That's where Berbick can do his damage. Page must get out of there. Berbick all over him. Page was lax in the manner in which he finally got out of there and started toward ring center because Berbick followed him immediately. Now he's got him. Berbick does in the other corner. And first he works the belly. Then he moves up. Page is saying, you didn't hurt me. He's talking to Berbick now. But Page has been hurt in this fight. Not just physically, but I suspect in his inability to impress people with his development. But in a good blow to the belly. Page scoring with the left jab. Page's attempted right was very nicely picked off by Berbick with his left glove. Wild on the part of Berbick. Amateurish at that instant. And we approach the end of the 8th round. Facing perhaps an unlooked-for setback at a very important time in his career. 19 victories, no defeats. I must say Greg is trimmed down. He looks better in the stomach than I've seen him look the last year and a half. 10th and final round. Hurt briefly, but comes right back. Surprising resilience in this man, Berbick. Page wanting to put on a show in the final round. Hopeful of somehow getting the decision. Tenth round, fighting in a blistering heat. Still, no need to turn on the lights yet. They'll be on for the main event, I guess. Wild swinging now in the late going. That's what I mean. Halfway through the final round.
Trying to find a place to lay down. Come on, hurry up.
Berbick again going to the stomach. There's been a lot of movement by Page. You've seen him bouncing that way substantially throughout the fight. But one has to question how purposeful that movement is. He is not Muhammad Ali. Berbick scoring on the inside there, effectively. See, when Page gets those lefts in, fine, you score points. But you don't do damage because they're thrown from too far out, and the power is used up before its arrival. We await the decision. Now the announcement of the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Dwayne Ford scores 98-92. Judge Dave Moretti scores 98-92. And Judge Jerry Roth scores 96-94. For the winner by unanimous decision, Trevor Berbick.
Well, there it is, a huge step forward in the career of Trevor Berbick. And the step backward clearly for Greg Page, who'll have to go back to the drawing board. But the victory well-deserved by Berbick. Now the anticipation builds. Holmes still in his dressing room. Holmes more relaxed than he appeared to be earlier. And in his dressing room, the same deportment by Jerry Cooney that you've seen earlier this evening. Completely at peace with himself. Some say that he has won the war of nerves. And the celebrities at ringside. Lovely Lola Falana. The Yankee Clipper, Joe DiMaggio. Red Buttons. Oh, they are here in profusion. 21-year-old Wayne Gretzky. Jack Nicholson. Mr. T plays Clubber Lang in Rocky III. And Farrah Fawcett and Ryan O'Neal. We'll be back for Holmes against Cooney after an ABC News brief and a word from our local stations. You'll be seeing the Holmes-Cooney fight in its entirety. But you'll be seeing it with a whole new twist. Because of the scoring controversy that evolved after the fight, we're going to have that fight scored for you after each and every round by the three judges involved, Ford, Moretti, and Roth. And each judge will explain why he scored each round the way he did. Then, as emphasized earlier, after the fight, you will meet the two judges, Ford and Moretti, who became involved mostly in the scoring controversy. You'll also meet the referee, Mills Lane. We'll hit each and every issue involved in the fight. And finally, the two fighters, Holmes and Cooney, reflecting back to the night of June 11th. So let's go back to that night and the scene set for the fight itself, as I called it, at that very